Hi, everybody. I'm Ethel. I'm here tonight for Held in Evidence. It's nice to be here with you folks tonight. Um, Had a crazy afternoon. Even just trying to just get ready to come on tonight. Everything is going haywire, bananas over here. I I want to put some, this the girls might appreciate this. I can't see. Everybody that watches my show knows I can't see worth a darn, right? Well, I went to where my normal, spot was, to where I would find this coconut milk hand lotion, which is really great. Here's a tip, girls. Any kind of hand lotion it's great to help you, for your hair, just to get the frizzies out, when you're combing it, right? Okay, brushing it through. Well, I went to grab this, and this is terrible. I grabbed this. And this, if you can read it, is a soft soap bottle for hand soap. So I'm like, okay. Oh my God, 4 minutes. I can't wash my hair now. So yeah, it's still in there. Sorry about that. But that's what my day's been like today. All right. And then I came on, and the service, for Hangouts on Air, was telling me that to get the plug-in. I said, okay. I think we got a mess up in the system here, because I think I've been doing this for 3 weeks. So anyway, here I am, right? And I was doing, little bits and pieces of research all day today, figuring that this is just going to be, like a hangout, regular hangout, talk about the current affairs and things, and it's Sunday. And I went into, the MSN, right? Okay, where you get all the news, and ran across a bunch of stuff that didn't make a whole lot of sense. I said, this is the news? I don't think we have any today. There was some talk about in some place, I can't remember where it was, they're talking about the schools, kindergartners, four-year-olds, and having problems, deciding. It is in some city, maybe New York, I don't know, where they can't figure out, if they should, if the city should pay for schools to have their little 4-year-olds in kindergarten, have a prayer recess in the middle of the afternoon. Okay, stuff like that. I said, okay, no, that's simple enough to solve. Just don't, just don't have the people that are running the private schools taking money from the government, and that way they can do whatever they want in the private school. Right? If it's if it's a church school, and people want to, have a recess, in the afternoon, okay, for prayer or for reading the scriptures or whatever the case is, let them go at it. It's a private school. If they're taking government money, city money, no, they shouldn't be doing that. All right. But then again, the city shouldn't be trying to help the church schools. They're kind of like crossing the line there, right? Okay. So, but I went to a Catholic school for a while when I was a little girl, and, my dad paid for my tuition, and that was that. Okay. We didn't have any city support, and there was no question, could we have classes that taught catechism or, right? And we did it, right? So let's not get, stuff mixed up. Okay, people. I mean, that's my opinion anyway. Keep the public money out of the private schools, right? And let the private schools go after their own money, right? They have for years, right? And that way you can't dictate to them, all right? But then again, if there's a kid that's going to a Catholic school, chances are that he probably, wants to learn the Catholic way of life, at least his parents want him to. And if the kid is, Muslim and he's going to an Islamic school, okay, and he wants to, his parents want him to learn the Islamic way of life, but I don't see that there should be a problem, okay, whatever school you're going to, right? As long as the state or the city doesn't, get involved in the middle, okay, give you money and then tell you that you can't have your breaks, okay, in the afternoon, or your catechism or your Islamic classes or what have you, right? Anyway, yeah, there wasn't much for news on the page this morning, right? I saw some stuff there, Obama, okay, or was that yesterday, running his mouth against, or roasting, Hillary Clinton and, and all this stuff. I do that too, but, right. I said, the heck with that, so I went looking up, some old clips, Jackie Gleason. I said, yeah, okay, that's a good way to spend the day. Go, because we used to be a big Jackie Gleason fan in my house. Yeah, my dad, when I was a little, I think Jackie Gleason got started or something like in 1955, and that was the year I was born. So I kind of grew up with Jackie Gleason, from the time I was born until, maybe 5, 6, 7, I don't know, 9, 10 years old, right? And that, and Rodney Dangerfield, right? There you go. There's something for a little girl to be watching, Rodney Dangerfield roasting Dean Martin. Right? Yeah, I remember those shows. This is a long time ago. But so I was doing that for part of the day today, and I said, well, why am I getting sidetracked with all this stuff? I said, gee, we were talking online today, Mr. How do I say your last name? Ducey? Right? Dennis, okay, if you're watching, thanks. That's really cool. All right. We do like your hats. Like I said, we're going to come in, with whatever we can, come up with to talk about. If nobody calls, I can't get a gauge on exactly what you folks want to talk about tonight. All right. And, so I'm just playing it by ear, and being my own foolish self. I'm, yeah, a little bit, how do you say that? Nutty? I'm a nut. Okay. All right. We had one guy in the family that called me a Looney Tune. Yeah. Right. Okay. That was a long time ago. Me and Katie were planning on maybe coming on with our own rendition tonight of the Star Spangled Banner. We said, why don't we do something, really oddball like that, because this is America, and if you don't like it, you don't like the heat, get out of the kitchen. Okay. So if you don't like to hear the Star Spangled Banner, okay, in America, okay, and two ladies singing it on a Google Plus page, all right, then, that's, too bad. You're tough luck. The next plane out. Okay, get going. This is America, and we grew up here, and we like singing the Star Spangled Banner. We teach our kids to do that. But we tried it a few times, and I'm a very good singer normally, and so isn't she. She's won contests, okay, for her singing. She's won shows. What do they call those? We said, well, where they all get together at school. She's only 18, Katie, and she's won a few performance, kind of things, for singing vocals, and me, myself, and I too. I'm pretty good at it when I don't have a major virus, which has really actually come on today. So, I kind of said, nah, not doing it tonight. Because they came out so bad. I said, I can't do that. I can't put that on there. So I'm kind of like, sitting here and thinking about the events of the past month and some of the things, that we've come on to talk about. The situation with, I had posted, I think it was yesterday, I had posted briefly, if anybody got the notifications, I had posted briefly it was one old, a trailer which I had produced, okay, back in January when the shows were going to start. Okay, I think it was February 15th, was it? Okay, we were starting, and back as far as January, the end of January, I started creating a commercial, a trailer, right, for the shows. And I kind of like backed off, because I liked them. I said, okay, but I haven't got a lot to work with because I only have, certain photographs, like, Dave's music, which I can't possibly get in trouble using because he's my boy, and we we work together. Okay, and he's so talented. So I have his songs I can work with, and I have my photographs, okay, which I've had, over the years. We lost a lot of photos. One of the reasons why you guys don't see a whole bunch of my photos when I was growing up is because we had a house fire years ago, and we lost a whole lot of photographs, right? Just impossible. If you're trying to reproduce what you looked like when you were a little girl or when you were a teenager, and you can't find the photographs because they were all burned up in a fire. Right. So I was really happy when I had, punched into the Google a while back the name for the House of Maranatha. And lo and behold, I couldn't believe it. There was a photograph, okay, of me and my old associate, Jack, all right in the group photograph, okay, right there on their Facebook page. And I was like, wow, that's amazing that survived these many years. And that's from when I was like 15. I was still 15. In May of 1971. Mm-hmm. And that's when I had left Manchester, New Hampshire, okay, to go to Tucson, Arizona, and then move from there, from the House of Maranatha. I moved on, to go and meet Bobby, okay, out in Burbank in Los Angeles. So those are things, I was not expecting to find. And when I saw that photograph, I said, wow, that's probably the only photograph that's still in existence of me and of Jack at that age, with me with him. He was about 21. And we were both at the house at the same time, right? Because he had routed my map, right? But then he went out ahead of me. He was there when I got there. After being, that's a long story. But, so there's a photograph, okay, that showed up, okay, out of nowhere, and I was like, yes, and I'm a spiritually minded person, and I'm like, yes, thank you, God, there's a photograph, right? So I called Richard Young. His mom and dad, right, operated that house, the House of Maranatha at Tucson, Arizona back then, which it's hard for me to remember the things like the address, but it was East something, street, I can't remember. But, he remembered me. It was great. I had been there maybe for a week to 10 days. And he remembered me. So he signed, rights for me to be able to use the photograph, okay, for my autobiography and for anything, having to do with the project, which is really great of him. I should get him in on, these shows, and ask him if he'll come on, because he's such a great person. He's, I guess you would call him a minister. He's a missionary. He operates the Pure Works Foundation out, and they go, I think he's in California now, but they were in Tucson for a number of years. I know that the Pure Works Foundation has a whole crew of people that they gather up to go do missionary work overseas, okay, places like Haiti, right, and in Africa and whatnot, and it's a cool organization. I mean, they do a lot of good, right? Help a lot of people, bring medicines, and just wonderful group. And yeah, so yeah, I think it would be a good idea. I think I'll get in touch with him, and he can come on the show, one of these days and chit chat with us. All right. But he is in missionaries work. Okay. So you folks expect when I do that he, it'll be a missionary type show because he'll be talking about all that stuff. Okay. And the work that he does. All right. Which is great, because he does a wonderful job and I'm so proud of him, he's a great person. He was only about 15 years old too. When I was 15, so we were about the same age. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of perspective on that, how long ago it's been. It's a long time. I think it's 45 years or something of that nature. It's a long time. So anyway, I do. What was I doing today? Okay, for research, I'll get back to that. I saw this, and people may not, I don't know. It depends on how you feel, I guess, about Obama. I like Ted Cruz, okay, and Glenn Beck had him on the air in a radio show just a couple of days ago. Maybe it was the day before yesterday. I think I heard the interview, rather recently. And he was like, not even hinting, just coming out and saying it almost, that he's running, right? He was heading to Iowa, and this and that, and he was getting ready to campaign. And I kind of, the reasons I like Ted Cruz is because he is more of a conservative, Republican. Okay, he's not, the guys that kind of like swing a little bit too much, in the opposite direction and call himself Republican. No, right? He's a guy that is legitimately thinking about the Constitution, okay, and thinking about the people and the rights of the people, and to be able to run the government, through the, through the means that we normally have, okay, right? Which Obama doesn't seem to like to, run the government according to our traditions. He's been doing an awful lot of that, getting in the middle, if you know what I mean. All right. Been looking into his history a little bit, and it's not that I didn't know already, but I mean, I don't normally run around talking about it, but people, I look at so many of the things that Obama has done, okay, since he has become president, and I will be honest, okay, I was what was it, like 6 years? No, a long time ago, right? That he was, we were voting, we were going out voting, and he had been running his mouth all over the country. Does anyone remember? Change. That was his big word, okay? We're gonna change things, okay? We need a change. Right? Well, I started hearing that spiel right back then, and I said to myself, man, this guy he's not right. There's something wrong with him, okay? Because he never actually speaks. All he ever says is that we need change, right? And where's his platform? Okay? All I hear is that he's saying we need change. Okay. So my brother and me went out. That's Donald, my brother. He's the baby of the family. We went out to the voting polls, and he was like scuffing all along, dragging his feet and saying, I'm not going to vote for that guy. We don't need an abomination in office. So, that was kind of cute in my opinion, abomination, Obama is an abomination, okay? And this, this issue, the Obama administration, okay? But, everybody, has been running around, talking about Obama, like, did he bow to the Saudi king? That's an old story, right? Okay, well, he did, folks. Let's get it right. He did. All right. There's a lot of, talk that this video, okay, that I was listening to a few days ago, that kind of like takes clips that he has, of different things that he has said since he has been in office, okay, and before probably. And listening to that, I can tell you honestly, okay, and I don't want everybody out there like, oh my God, Ethel, what are you saying? Listen to me, people, okay. I have been around, okay, Muslim people for the last 18 years. All right, I have known Muslim people. All right, lots of Islamic people. Okay, and there is no question. All right, if you have in fact been raised, okay, in any way, all right, into a Muslim family as a child, a young child, you are considered forever a Muslim. Right? Let's get that straight. Number one. All right. Okay. And I'm not going to go into all the details. Right. Okay. But I believe that, yes, okay, Mr. Obama has, in fact, said many times, okay, without coming right out to say, well, actually, a couple of times he did come right out and say it, right? Okay, which, I'll probably post that, that little video down there in my Google pages, okay, so that other people can watch it too, and you'll see what I mean if you haven't seen it yet. Mr. Obama has, in fact, okay, come out and said that he was appreciative of, who was it? Somebody, I can't remember, that he hadn't attacked his Muslim faith. Right. Okay. Now I don't know. I can't remember. Who it was, who he was referring to. Maybe because I got a lousy memory anyway, guys. But it might have been McCain. I can't remember. Anyway, back in those days, okay, when he was running, okay, the first time, right, a lot of people, okay, heard him talk an awful lot about change. And then over the years, we have seen the kind of change, okay, that he was talking about. And I do not appreciate it that he would just kind of like present with a takeover, okay, to override, all right, what the rest of the folks are doing. And I do believe that this whole issue going on over the last couple of days in the news, all right, that people do have a right to be concerned, all right, that he would be, cutting any kind of weird deals with Iran. Okay, I think it's a bit out of the question, all right, especially when they involve that they might get some technology that they should not have. All right, which everybody knows they have an attitude for destruction. Okay, they don't like Americans. All right, so yeah, I think we can safely say that it's not quite right. Okay, unless there are going to be certain sanctions. Okay, put on those guys, and you have to include the people. Okay, the Congress and the all these people. You have to include them. Okay. All right, when you're making such decisions which involve the entire population of the United States, right? So I think that he's kind of outstepping his bounds, okay? This is America. The president doesn't just decide to, that he's going to make a decision and no one else has any say in it, right? And so therefore, I decided, well, okay, it's one thing, to be a Muslim, okay, who's kind of hiding it because you're a little worried that the people might not understand, okay, because they don't particularly always like Muslim, because people do have the impression, okay, that, all terrorists, okay, although, what's the saying? How does that go? Can't remember half of it. But I got the gist of it, and I think everybody else does too, that not all terrorists are Muslim, but every terrorist has been a Muslim or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember how the phrase goes, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm getting at, okay? You don't hear about all kinds of other terrorists, okay? It's always related somehow or other to some kind of a Muslim group, an extremist Muslim group. Right? Now, I've got some really sweet Islamic friends, okay, that I believe in good people. All right. And, so I have nothing against Islam, but I sure do have something against a man, okay, who will not just come right out, okay, and be honest and forthright, okay, about his upbringings and his beliefs, right? And then who would, do some of the things that Mr. Barack Obama has done, right? And so, therefore, I thought that I would mention that tonight. Okay. And, people that would like to go and do research, like I said, I'll probably post that video down there. Sure, they can say, oh, everything is taken out of context. Okay. They can say that. All right. When it comes to whatever he might have said. But when you take 20 statements and you put it all together, all right, and just common sense would tell you, people don't make the statements that he has made without having some real background, okay, as being a Muslim, right, and involved in the Islamic faith. And so, therefore, my opinion, along with a lot of people's opinion, I'm not the only one who thinks so, Obama is a closet Muslim, right? Okay, right, and hey, you really want to be truthful with the people, Mr. Barack Obama, why don't you just come out and tell them? Instead of jumping away from it every time somebody brings up the subject, they're saying that you're taking something out of context. We're taking it out of context, right? Now, as far as, okay, we kind of get off onto a serious note. But I think it's important, people need to understand, all right, there's too much junk going on in the world right now, okay? This whole issue, okay, with ISIS, okay, real sickos, if anybody is, okay, they really hurt a lot of people. They really don't care. And you need to understand, you might not want to, but you need to learn, okay, where they're getting their ideas that doing that kind of stuff to people is okay, right? It is not something, okay, that people should just go, oh, gee, no, it's not happening over there. It's not happening over here. Why should I worry about it? I'm living my life every day. Well, you should worry about it because they have an idea, right, that they're going to take over, right? They're going to take over that whole section over there, okay, over at Syria and all these places, okay? They want to be the boss over there. They got a caliphate. You guys may not know what that is, okay, but you should research it, all right? And, they're trying to get it everywhere, and their methods are not kind-hearted, all right? They are not sweet people that go, oh, you poor little kids, we love you, and we know that we can, retrain you to be like us, and this and that, and we're not going to hurt you. No. These are not good-hearted people. These are not Christians, okay? Right? They're cutthroat. They are truly cutthroat, right? And, this is the issue, all right? And I'm grateful that I'm an American, okay, and that Americans know how to care, all right, about other people, and we like to have big hearts toward everyone. We care, right? But these people are not taught to have big hearts toward everyone, right? Don't get it confused, okay, with your idea of right and wrong and your idea of spirituality and caring, okay, and doing things to help, in a humanitarian way. Don't get it all mixed up with our beliefs because they don't believe like us, okay? Right? And you're not going to find the compassion. But I think people are starting to see that. When you see people set on fire inside of cages, okay, and heads chopped off and all this garbage, right? And whole colonies, towns of people wiped out. Maybe you would have some common sense, begin to understand that we need to take action to stop this kind of thing from happening, but you can't do it by being humanitarian, right? Not toward those folks. They don't think like we do, right? And so the good people, all right, of the world, and my mom always said to me, there's good people, all right, in every religion, every, person, every race, every, doesn't matter what your color, doesn't matter, okay, what your personal beliefs is good and is bad. There's the good people and evil people. Okay? So let's wake up, people, okay, and see, all right, that we want to, foster healthy relationships, okay, with good people. We want to be able to be kind-hearted and care and do for others as you would have them do for you, right? That's a big, thing with Americans, right? The ones who care, right? The golden rule, right? Okay. But remember, we're not dealing with people who think like us, right? Okay. So, all right. Now, I don't know what time it is. Let me check. I always try looking at it like, whoa, it's been a half an hour. Yes, I've had my speech, and like I said, I have some, I have some very nice Muslim friends, okay, which, they help me in a pinch and I help them, and, you know, but there's a difference, okay, between good-hearted Islamic people. You see the other people, okay, that are hurting others, all right, that don't care. They call themselves Muslim, but they'll hurt their own. I mean, they just don't care. All right. Let's have a heart for people who care. All right. Okay. All right. And I love you. Okay, everybody. All right, that's watching. That as long as you do good things, God bless you. Okay, and everything you do. Right, and thumbs up. Okay. Have a great night. We'll see you next week for Held in Evidence. We'll tell you what it's about then. We'll tell you soon. Have a great night.